Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm Alexia. Welcome to Fireflies Lead Me. Today we're gonna be checking what Gemini season has in store for you. So to give you a bit more details, we're just first gonna check with oracle cards what the vibe, what the energy is gonna be like for you for this Gemini season, and then with the tarot we're gonna dive more into which area of your life might be in the spotlight at this time, what main challenges could be coming up for you during this season, advice on how to best navigate them and to smoothly go these next few weeks. And the last thing I'd like to see is what is something you're already doing that you should keep doing because it is serving you, because you're doing so many things so well. So to finish on a higher note, I guess my intention for this one was that you could pick up based on your astrological placements. So I have one pile for each modality, and it would be based on your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placement. The first pile is going to be for the mutables. So if you have any of these planets in either Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, pile 1 is going to be for you. Pile 2 is going to be for Cardinals. So if you have, again, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in either Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, pile 2 is awaiting. And pile 3 for my fixed signs. So again, if you have any of these placements in Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, pile 3 is going to be for you. However, if you feel drawn to any of these piles for any reason, or like, I don't know, the timestamps are calling you, or you have any other placement that you feel really connected to, of course, feel free to listen to whichever one feels right for you. You're the one who knows best, so it is a great use of your free will. But in any case, the timestamps are going to be in the description down below, and I'll meet you in your reading. Hello, Mutables. So as mentioned in the intro, if you have your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in either Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, this is going to be your reading for Gemini season. Again, what we're going to see with the oracle cards is the energy that you're going through this season, and then with the tarot we're going to dive a bit deeper into maybe which area of your life is going to be most in the spotlight, what challenges you may have to navigate, any advice on how to go smoothly through them, and finally what can you keep going that you're already doing and that is going to serve you still long term. So if that's something you might be interested in, you're free to stay with me. Also, before I forget, if you're a Gemini sun, I hope you have a lovely birthday season and that you take a lot of time to take care of yourself and to do the things that you enjoy and that bring you peace and energy. And yeah, that just these upcoming weeks are just lovely for all of you, but especially for you Gemini suns. In any case, let's dive right in. So you got quite a few. My goal was to get just one of each, but for 2 decks you got 2 cards, so it's like your gifts for your birthday. But you got the camel energy, and let me try to put this in a way that makes sense. You have 4433. You have number 8, power, and that's flexibility, forgot to mention that. You got Heliodor, expansion, and it says shine and show yourself as you are. The world needs your energy and your uniqueness. You also got golden obsidian or gold obsidian, coherence. I'm offering you the like shine, brightness that you need to live according to what nourishes and inspires your soul. You also got number 18. So les affaires translates to like the belongings in this case, or like the things, your stuff. But in French, it also means it's something we use for business. So when you're like, oh, it's been a pleasure doing business with you, it's the same word. So if ever that resonates. And last card is number 2, red. Free yourself from pain. So, mutables, this Gemini season feels a lot like getting back to yourself, also getting your things in order and bringing your energy back to you. I do want to read the guidebook for this card. With the camel, the one thing it made me think of is that I'm fairly sure they're able to go so long without water and to just survive on their own resources. However, on this card, I mean, I know it's the style of the drawings, but with the way it is drawn and with the background being like this, it kind of looks like it's raining. So it could be that you've gone so long doing things on your own or trying to navigate your life without really receiving help or being listened to or anything like that, and finally like water is coming into your life, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's dive a bit more into that. And I think I went the wrong way. Yep, that was the last one. Oh, there it is. So the camel is resourceful, independent, and knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance. Fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. So when in balance, it is calm, content with a sparkle in its eye. When out of balance, it's dehydrated and lacks vitality. And to bring into balance, you're invited to go on a pilgrimage. So if ever you've been craving travel or moving recently, that might be why. You might be trying to like bring things back into order within. Also, just the things I'm picking up right now, it's talking about how it's able to bring balance, and you do have the skills here, which does also obviously reminds me of the Justice card and the sign of Libra. And it was on page 133, so maybe repeating threes or something you've been seeing. But yeah, overall, this really big feeling that you've been going about things on your own for quite some time now. And this Gemini season could finally bring back balance into that, where you realize you don't have to do every single thing on your own. That yes, you are able to, you're capable of doing that. However, there may be times where it could be easier, softer for you to accept help, at least if asking for help is maybe a bit hard, or you don't really know how to not connect with people, but to reach out to ask for help. To be able to accept it in the first place could be like a start. With these two, they kind of tie in with each other, which was very interesting. So for flexibility, it's a lot about being more open and accepting with yourself and with the people around you, so that you're not so stuck in your own way. And flexibility does talk about flexibility of the mind as well, so that can help you find issues to problems you may have if you're not so stuck in, oh, things need to be done that way and that's the only way that works. I mean, you're mutable placement, so to me you are kind of the essence of moving along and try new things. So maybe that's something you've kind of lost recently, where you were just staying in ways that were not helping you, yeah, move forward or grow. And this season is inviting you to reassess that part. Because then, with the Power card, it does say that you have all within you, and it's just really kind of the same message as the Camel card, actually. I'm sorry, I already got interrupted. But yeah, what I was getting at is that the Power card and the Camel card really, to me, connect really well with each other, in that it does tell you that you have everything within yourself to reach your goals and do the things that you want to do. But then it's also, how do you use that energy? Do you use it to like better yourself and do things that are useful to you, or in a way that maybe is not serving you or isn't the best for your community of, or how, whoever you're around? So this Gemini season is going to be a good time also to ask yourself what you want out of situations, and then to see, like, moving forward, to also ask yourself if it's fair to yourself and if it's fair to others, so that you can find balance. Like, the whole point and the main theme of this Gemini season for you is going to be to find balance in what you do on your own, and where you can have help, in what energy you put out for others, and what you like keep for yourself and put in towards your own goals. Okay, Mutables, I'm sorry, I've been interrupted again. So hopefully this time we can make it until the end of your reading for good. But let me get back into it. So we were with the Heliodor and the Golden Obsidian. Both of them together, it also makes me think of balance, with the Heliodor being you realizing that within you, you have like all the light that you need, and that you can use it to like spread your energy, your joy, who you are, your uniqueness, like the person you are, your authenticity. And with the Golden Obsidian, it's more about having like this external also light that is shining on you and helping you realize all that you can do. It's kind of like the spotlight is, how do I put this? Like, there's your inner light that's glowing, and then there's also a spotlight on you, kind of showing you all the things that you can do and all the strengths that you have and things like that. Maybe working with these two stones can be helpful for you if ever you have them. Definitely keep them around or closer to you. The Heliodor, it does talk of strengthening your uniqueness. What it does advise is to be careful of not being too idealistic in the pursuit of your dreams, so that you kind of forget to be present in the moment as well. And with the Golden Obsidian, it reveals what you truly want. Again, shines the light on what you truly want, and shows you that you have like the strength and the resources to go after it. It is pretty intense energy, so it advises you to stay grounded and anchored, so that you can like learn the lessons of what it's trying to teach you as well, and not be completely scattered. And that's actually making me want to tie it back in with the belongings, the things, because it has two different meanings. One of them is giving yourself the time, and there's a siren right now, to rest and really relax, replenish your energy. So it's making me think of you tapping back into who you truly are. And one kind of specific way to relax it mentions is watching your favorite movies or TV shows, or you're just watching movies or TV shows. If you're looking for a new one to watch, I highly recommend Paradise on Hulu. Amazing. Anyways, that's just a little thing. But the other side of the card is, it's more if you're facing challenges or kind of bets, like if you have plans and things to expand and things like that, they're advising you to not put all your eggs in the same basket. So at this time, it may be best to like not lock any door for yourself, because ultimately you have like the power to go after everything that you want, and you're gonna realize that you have a lot more, I feel, resources than you think you do. And with the red and free yourself from pain, it is telling you that you don't need to suffer through the experience for you to achieve your goal. Just because what you wish for, or what your goal is, might seem super big and almost unachievable in a way, well, first, that's not true. You can do whatever you want. Like, I strongly believe that. And I mean, you can turn yourself into a penguin, you know, that's not where I'm going with this. But if you have very big goals and very big dreams, try to see them as like a light or a beacon that's calling to you, and not as something that's so far removed from you that you can never get there. If it's calling you, there's a reason. And you just going on this way, even if maybe the ultimate goal that you have is gonna change, or you're not gonna reach it because maybe it wasn't meant to happen, just because that maybe doesn't happen, whatever's going on the way there was meant for you, and you're gonna find the things that you need and that make you happy and fulfilled. And it's just like this, what you see as the end point is gonna have you move forward to there, and on the way everything's gonna happen, you know. I do think, and I'm very guilty of that as well, where we put so much energy and so much like hope, and like everything is the end goal. We kind of forget that the way there is the whole point sometimes. So do remind yourself that you don't need to suffer through the whole process. You're there to enjoy the whole thing. And if there are some things that are harder, maybe you will be able to find help on the way so that you don't have to do it all alone. This one talks a lot about healing, and the red energy is like very warm. So it could also be that in the areas of your life where it's been cold or like nothing happening, you're gonna see like warmth seep back in and things moving again. So yeah, as well. Also, if you do meditations of any kind, maybe finding a way to meditate and incorporate the color red in that can be helpful as well. Just food for thoughts. But yeah, overall for you, Gemini season really feels like finding balance, realizing all your strengths, realizing that there's also a lot of help outside of you for you, and that you can find the balance between doing on your own and receiving help, going after what you want and really putting in the effort, but also moving in softness with ease and without having to suffer every step of the way. So this could be kind of the lesson this Gemini season. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this here and we're gonna dive into the tarot. So to see, to dive a bit more in depth into that. So for you Cardinals, am I gonna manage to shuffle these? Did I call you Cardinals? I meant Mutables. I'm sorry. But for your Gemini season of 2026, for non-mutable placements, okay, so the first thing we want to see is which area of your life is like gonna be in the spotlight. Which area of your life? Okay. Then I kind of wanted to see Oh, can you see that? Yeah. What challenge or challenges can you expect this Gemini season? What challenge or challenges? Oh, did not fall. Can you expect this Gemini season? What challenge or challenges can... Oopsie. That's too many. That is way too many. What challenge or challenges can you expect? Ooh, okay. Any advice on how to navigate this smoothly? Oh my god. That is way too many as well. Okay. What advice do we have for mutable placements to best navigate this challenge? What advice do we have for mutables? Do we just not have advice for you? You have it all within you anyways. So what advice do we have for mutable placements to best navigate this challenge? Oops. Okay, I'm just taking like the first two that came out. And last but not least, hang on, I just want to flip this over. What is something that you're doing that you should keep doing? What's something that you're already doing? What is something unmutable placements are doing they should all keep doing? Oh, that was a struggle to say out loud. What is something mutable placements are doing that they should keep doing this Gemini season? Okay, you got the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of your deck, which is like honing your skills. So if you were thinking of dedicating some time to something important to you that can like be a skill, definitely do that. So in which area of your life, which area of your life could be highlighted at this time? 8 of Wands and 10 of Swords. It's making me think that it's gonna be mostly like your mental well-being. The 8 of Wands is things moving really fast, so, and the 10 of Swords is like reaching an ending where things didn't work out the way you wanted to and it really hurts, but it's making me think that you're gonna be able to overcome and like find balance again with either issues that you've had or struggles you've gone through and that have been weighing very heavy on your mind. Mostly it's like it's not very emotional. The swords are the mind, so that's why I'm thinking that, and you're gonna be able to like overcome and mentally be okay with how things ended and to move forward in a way that's like more aligned with you. So with the sword going through his head as well and almost his heart, it's not really his heart, it's above his heart, but it's kind of overcoming this painful time and not letting the thoughts keep you in a painful state of mind, more than anything. And this could be happening quite quickly. With the Eight of Wands, you could also be taking action quickly towards things that make you feel better, and in turn that helps you feel mentally better as well. For what could be challenging, you have the Star, which is usually a good omen, so it is maybe a bit surprising to see it at this place. I believe that one thing you could struggle with is to find that inner guidance, to maybe really connect with that inner guidance. You may be at a place where you're trying to find external, either validation or external ideas to guide you, when really it is within you. And so the challenge could be to reconnect with that guiding star that is already within you and to follow that. And as an advice to overcome this, you got the Eight of Cups and the Five of Wands. The Eight of Cups is leaving behind what is no longer serving you, even if it's not like a bad thing. Nothing is wrong with this. Like, you see the pile of cups is standing up, it's not crumbling or anything, but you realize that whatever you have built isn't good for you anymore, and so you just leave it behind and go towards, well, the unknown, really. And that's a lot. Like, you know, when you follow your inner star, your inner guidance, you can't know what's awaiting you. It's just you trust it so much that you take steps towards what feels right. And that's definitely what the Eight of Cups is feeling like. With the Five of Wands, it could be also you not taking part in any kind of conflict that could be arising. Like, you see this guy, he's just there and looking from kind of a distance, but he's not interacting with it. So if ever there's a conflictual situation around you, you're definitely invited to not feed the fire, basically, and to realize that a lot of the time when people like fight, it's because they want to be seen and they want to be heard. So it's okay to give them their space for their visibility, but don't let it like drown you, or don't let it make you invisible. Like, you also have the right to express what you want. But yeah, it could also be these two together, going away from a conflictual situation. If you have the possibility to spend some time on your own, maybe it could be also easier to then reconnect with what you truly want, because you don't have all the noise from the outside world. So yeah, if ever that's possible for you. But to finish this, you have the Ace of Pentacles as something you've already been doing that you should keep doing. I really see this as tending to your garden, and it can be your internal garden. It is like feeding your new ideas, and the Ace of Pentacles is really planting the seed of the things you want to see grow and then tending to it. So if you have new ideas that you want to put into motion, definitely a good time to keep doing that and like feed them. Plant your seeds, water the soil, make sure that it has everything it needs to grow, and take the time to tend to it. And it's okay if it takes a while to grow. Pentacles are the slowest suit, so like, it needs time, and that's okay. Just keep tending to your garden, basically. But yeah, Mutables, this is what I have for you for this Gemini season. I hope this is a little bit helpful and uplifting. I do believe that you're gonna realize like how strong you are and how capable you are this season, and that's gonna help you really reconnect with what you truly want and give you like the energy and the self-belief to go after what you want. 2112 as I'm saying this. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you with this. Please let me know if it resonates. If it doesn't, just leave it behind. You know better than anyone what is for you and what isn't. But yeah, I'm just gonna wish you a very happy and lucky Gemini season. Again, Gemini sends a very happy birthday season, and to all of you Mutable placements, I hope it treats you extremely well. It was an honor to do this reading for you, so thank you so much for that. And it was a pleasure to also spend this moment with you. I'll hopefully see you in the next one, so until then, please take the very best care of yourselves. Bye! Hello Cardinals, welcome to your reading. So if your Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus is in either Aries, Cancer, Libra or Capricorn, this is your pile, this is your reading. As mentioned in the intro, we're gonna check your oracle cards to see kind of what the energy is for you this Gemini season, and then we're gonna be using the tarot to see which area of your life could be in the spotlight at this time, what challenges or main challenge could be coming up, any advice on how to navigate this time smoothly, and finally, what's something that you're already doing that you should keep doing because it is serving you. Now, there are two things I do want to mention. You're the only group that only has one of each oracle, like only one card fell, which was my intention at first, but did not happen for your mutable and fixed friends. So I don't know, maybe things could be a bit more obvious at this time and like going according to plan, hopefully. If that's something you wish, obviously. And the second thing is, I kept, when I was shuffling and getting the cards, thinking Gemini season of 2022. I just kept messing up the year. So I don't know, maybe look back on what was happening in Gemini season of 2022 for you, and maybe some themes will come back up or some energy. Hopefully it's a good one, but yeah, just putting this out there. Now for your card, so you got the whale, you got number 4422, my bad. You got the Dumortierite, I believe. It is apparently also called blue quartz. So yeah, well, let me put this here. I also forgot to mention this is diplomacy, and here it says discipline. Remaining master of oneself and one's ideas, balancing reason and intuition. This is my strength. You also got number 13, and it is like the soul's role or soul's part. Like this word is the exact same one that you would use in a play, like the part someone plays. And you also got number 37, blue, activate your healing power. I also really like that these two are the same color. Anyways, so just before I dive a bit deeper in that, your whole vibe really feels like either you need, or this season is gonna help you be more grounded and help you not react just every time something doesn't go the way you want to. You're gonna be a lot more like in balance, in control. That's like the first thing that's coming up. For the whale, I do want to read you the part of the guidebook. Oh, I think she's further. Yes. So the whale is the desire to delve deeper, profound peace, ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. So when in balance, it is calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. When out of balance, it's heavy, slips into old story, and to bring back into balance, you're advised to have like a regular self-care system somehow. So yeah, this kind of feels like maybe it's coming after a time where you've been very much like, how do I put this? Very like go, 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 or people coming up to you and asking a lot from you, or like energies being completely scattered. And actually, you know what? I can relate to that. I'm a Cardinal Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, so we're in this together. And it really feels like recently everything's been stuck, but also the energy has been just pushing for things to move. And it's been extremely uncomfortable. So this Gemini season kind of feels like you getting back to yourself and getting your peace back, even though outside things maybe are not changing or not as fast as you would like to, but you're getting back to this inner peace and this inner knowing that no matter what, you're on your way to better, and nothing can come in the way of that, and you're gonna keep moving one step after the other because you're on your path. And even if outside you can't really see better for yourself right now, you know that it's there, and you're moving anyway, so it has to come at some point to you. With diplomacy, it is about that, about knowing where you stand, even if it's just internally, knowing what your values are. The one thing it does talk about though is that you may not know everything at this point. So you may not have all the information you need to maybe make a decision that's fully where you know all the data or things like that. However, you're definitely like protected and guided to not stray from your path. So you keep going, you know what's right for you, and even if you don't know everything, you take it one step at a time, and you're getting there, wherever there is. What this also mentions is that you're standing your ground, even if it's uncomfortable. So if there's something you want, somewhere you want to go, and it involves you needing, I don't know, either acceptance or talking to someone about it, even if it's uncomfortable, you're gonna do it because you know that that's right for you. And in turn, you standing your ground is actually gonna also help the other person like revisit and reassess how they're acting and like their ethics, and if what they're doing is like right and fair for like the greater good, let's say. Seeing this with the souls part, this is really telling you that whatever is going on in your life right now, this was planned by your soul. This is the path your soul has chosen, even if it doesn't make sense to your human self at the moment. We have moments like that. You're right on track, basically. So as long as you remain your most authentic self, and this season can maybe help you meet who that is actually, you're on the right track. And what you're going through, your soul needs to go through to grow and learn whatever lesson they're meant to learn, basically. And you also have like a role to play, a part to play in this specific path, even if you cannot see it right away right now. This basically, it's all going according to plan. So you can take a breath, and even if you're not where you want to be, where your human mind, where your human self wants to be, do realize that where you are is part of the plan, part of the journey, and it's teaching you a lot. And yeah, I'm obviously not talking of like anything abusive or anything like that. That is not something you should stay in. If you're in any of this kind of situation, I just hope that you have the resources and the support to get out of it, because I do not believe that any kind of abuse is ever supposed to be part of your journey. that is not something I subscribe to. So I don't believe anyone should ever have to go through that at the hand of someone else, especially. But yeah, I'm talking like very just hate my job, fall out with friends, family not supporting your projects, things like that. You know, not living in the city you want to, just human struggles basically. Also, the number 13 could be significant because this reduces to 13 as well. So yeah, and then it's, well, these two especially, they have the same color. They're really talking about inner peace, inner calm, remaining grounded, listening to your inner like light, your inner guidance, and finding peace in that. The only thing with this one that it does advise you to is to be mindful of not falling into apathy in the long term, because yes, inner peace is so important. It doesn't mean that you need to make yourself stop feeling everything from the outside world. It is about finding balance, right? You have this little thing, so yeah, definitely finding balance. It talks about discipline, but if you're discipline also means that you have room for like fun things. It's not just doing the hard stuff, the complicated, the going through things, you know. It's leaving yourself room to breathe as well. So that's, yeah, very important to remember that for you. And the blue card talks about like an increase in energy and reconnecting with yourself and realizing that you are where you're supposed to. It could help you leave like the stress and anxiety of all the things you think you should be doing to get to where you think you should go or where you think you should be, and just getting rid of all that scattered energy, and all these thoughts that are going left and right, and just taking up so much of your time and energy just trying to keep them or keep your focus. Them living at this time or not taking as much space in your mind, well, it's gonna give you more energy to do the things that you actually want to do and that you know are actually gonna serve you long term. So yeah, you could feel a regain of energy with this Gemini season. And this card talks about an increase in metabolism, so I'm thinking like things may be going a bit faster than they have recently. But yeah, if ever you do meditations or things like that, maybe meditating on the color blue or like incorporating some kind of blue halo or blue light in your meditation could be helpful to like reconnect with yourself and with how you heal yourself, like even inside, like in your mind. But yeah, that's like the main energy with the whale and all this blue. It's kind of make me, how to explain this, like it's grounded, but you know, grounded as if super deep into the ocean. So there's this very deep energy of a very deep knowing and acceptance of where you're at this time. It's very, I kind of struggle to put this into words. Or it's kind of like when you're floating and drifting on the water, but you're not lost, you're just letting yourself go with the flow, and you know that you're supported like by the water. So yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting from all of that. Yeah, Cardinals, let's go into the tarot. So we're gonna see Gemini season for oopsie, my cardinal signs. That is not part of the reading. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry if I end up cutting the shuffling because I really struggle with shuffling this deck. But yeah, we're getting there. So Gemini season for my cardinal placements. So first we're gonna see which area of your life could be in the spotlight this Gemini season. So which area of my cardinal placements life is most likely gonna be in the spotlight this Gemini season? Which area of my cardinal placements life is gonna be at the forefront during this Gemini season? Oh, okay, we got the Two of Wands. Then we're gonna see what's the main challenge or main challenges are gonna be. We got the Page of Wands. Can we get any advice on best navigating this? Any advice on navigating this as smoothly as possible? Okay. And lastly, what is something that you're already doing that you should keep doing because it is serving you? Okay. Cardinals, you only got one card for everything. I mean, I don't know how that's going to go for the fixed signs because I haven't filmed it yet. But it's very like, this is this, and that's it. You got like answers. Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That's really making me think you're going after something that is very important to your heart. You're following your heart. You're going for it. You're connected with you. So the area of your life that is at the forefront. I'm sorry, it's raining a lot right now. I don't know if you can hear it. But so with the Two of Wands, it could be a time where you're gonna need to make a choice. The Two of Wands is kind of like there's no... Okay, sorry, I got interrupted by a spam phone call. Anyways, Two of Wands, it's like about choices you have to make to move forward. I do kind of read it as, yes, you have to make a choice because you can't just do everything all the time, but there's no wrong decision, basically. There's not like, oh, if you take this path, you're gonna be happier than this one. It's just they're both gonna lead you to a good place. You just have to be okay with making the decision. The only thing that could like not be positive is if you stay put and you just decide to not make any decision, basically. In this deck specifically, it does call you to be confident in the decision you make. Like, trust that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing and that it's taking you where you want to go, even if you can't see it again. You do have the moon when it's like it's during the day, but the moon is present, so it does talk about this unknown and this uncertainty. Just building your self-confidence and your self-trust is gonna be very important for you at this time. Like, even if you're not sure of what you're doing, go fully into the decisions you're making. But yeah, big theme could be having to decide. And the one suit is like a fire suit, so taking action is the best action. It doesn't mean you have to dive into just anything, but taking action is gonna be positive. With the Page of Wands as a challenge, it could be that like you have ideas, but maybe not like the drive or the kick to get them into motion yet. This talks about like a lot of information coming in for a new project, and maybe that could actually be a lot to take in and a challenge to like see what's important to know, what isn't, where you want to go, where you don't want to go, things like that. With the Seven of Cups being the advice, I mean, that kind of ties back into that because it's just having so many options to choose from. It's definitely calling you to connect with what feels right to you. You don't have to go after everything all at once. It's okay to focus on a couple of cups and make sure that they're full before you start trying to fill others. It's like 2 full cups is better than 7 cups filled like 1/10 of the way. I'm not sure about the math of that, but you get what I mean for that. It's trying not to be scattered and focus your energy on like 1 or 2 things that you really want to go after and that feel good, that feel energizing, that feel right. And even if you're not 100% sure, be confident that you're able to make the right decisions, basically. One thing you should keep doing that you're already doing, you have the Hangman, and I think that's like a really beautiful thing. It is about shifting your perspective and taking a pause to really assess a situation. So you have all this energy of like fire and floating and things like that. If it's too much and you're struggling to make a decision, it's okay to take like a moment and shift your perspective and reassess what you believe is right for you, what feels good, what feels fair also, before you take the action. Like, action is better than no action. Thinking before you're taking the action is better than diving into something you're just not feeling at all, basically. It could also be that you're seeing things you've been in or situations you've been in for years and years and seeing them in a new light, and that's either making you appreciate them more, or maybe it's giving you some ideas on how you can modify things so that they're more enjoyable for you. And it's really helping you like see the situations for what they are. So it could be something that it's most likely actually something you've already started doing. So definitely keep that going into Gemini season and use this and this ability you've developed to take actions that are gonna feel right for you. And so that when you're faced with the challenges of where do I go now, what do I put my energy towards, it's gonna be easier for you to really see what you want to pour into. And it can be frustrating to have to take a breath and be like, okay, let me take a second to really see the situation for what it is before you move forward. Do remember that long term, this is going to save you time, because you won't have gone on a path that actually feels so unaligned with you and having to go back. So yeah, Cardinals, this is what I have for you for this Gemini season. I hope this was a little bit helpful. Please let me know if it resonates. If it doesn't, just leave it. You know better than anyone what is and isn't for you. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you with this. If you happen to be a Gemini sun, I hope you have a lovely, lovely birthday season. To all of you cardinal placements, I hope it treats you extremely well. And yeah, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. It was an honor and it was a pleasure to spend this moment with you. I'll hopefully see you in the next one. So until then, please take the very best care of yourselves. Bye. Hello, fixed signs. Welcome to your reading. So, if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus is in either Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, well, you have found your pile. As mentioned in the intro, we're gonna see with the oracles what energy you're most likely to be navigating during Gemini season, and then with the tarot, we're gonna dive into which area of your life is most likely gonna be into the spotlight at this time, what challenge or challenges you can expect, advice on how to navigate them smoothly, and finally, what is something you're already doing that you're encouraged to keep doing because it is serving you. But yeah, we're gonna dive right in for you. So you have the shark. You have 1133, and this is like either urgency to love or yeah, urgency to love is the best way I can put this. Then you got two of these ones. So you got manganocalcite with tenderness, with softness and kindness towards myself. I am offering myself the rest that my heart needs at this moment. And the other one is wait, I wrote this one down because I can never remember it. It's tourmalated or rutilated quartz. So it's quartz with tourmaline inclusions with alignment. So presence of mind and presence towards the earth are two forces that are complementary for more coherence. You also got two of these. So you got number 21, 4 seasons, and number 20, festivities. And finally, number 35, Cyan, build your confidence. So, to start, I do want to read the guidebook for this one. So for shark, where is it? I need to remember the order of this. Okay, so for shark, oh, it's on page 111, 111. You get it. So we have directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. This shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. So when in balance, it's intriguing, captivating, and mysterious. When out of balance, it's sneaky and destructive. And to bring into balance, you need honesty. What I feel with all of that is that more than anything, you need honesty with yourself. It feels like a very internal energy, and not something like you're not sneaky with other people basically, but there's something that really needs your attention. And with this, I do believe that you may have not let yourself down, but put yourself on the side and given your energy maybe more to other people than to yourself, and you need your own love basically. This Gemini season is most likely going to be bringing with it opportunities for you to really pour into yourself and to be honest with yourself that that's what you want. And you're not going to be able to forget yourself the way you have more or less recently. Basically, that's what I'm getting with all of these together. You may have been in situations where people have taken advantage of your kindness maybe, or your open heart, your softness, and that might have closed you off a bit. This Gemini season is really here to remind you that like all you need to do is like love, embody love, and more than anything, send that energy to yourself first, because you're the one who deserves it the most. And don't let other people and their actions close you off to the good that the world can offer. Be discerning, obviously, but you have within you the ability to see what is for your good and what is not going to serve you. And if something, even if that's something you wanted, or a relationship you wanted, or anything of that kind, you realize it's not for you, you don't have to reject the good feeling to not get into the situation. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, it's okay to accept situations for what they are without letting them harden your heart, basically. But yeah, it's a lot of, don't let other people's perception of you or idea of you or even your circumstances tell you what your heart is truly made of, because it is beautiful. You are full of light and full of loving energy, and I think the world wants to see it actually. But even if it doesn't, you do deserve to embody and feel that for yourself. And these two, if you have these stones, it could be a good idea to like meditate with them or keep them around. This is really, this one especially, about healing emotional wounds. So if you've been feeling closed off because of that, this could definitely help. And it's okay to lean into your softer side. It doesn't mean that you need to share it or give it to just everyone, but with yourself, it's okay to let yourself be soft, to let yourself be kind to yourself, to let yourself experience beautiful things. But yeah, this definitely helps with that, and it helps with like softening the blow, maybe. The only thing it advises you to is to be mindful long term of not letting it like numb you down, because yeah, since it softens blows, it can be, you know, this little addictive thing where you're like, oh, I'm feeling less bad with this. Well, but with this one, it's a good balance, these two together, because it creates energetic harmony, and it can be quite intense crystal, so you're definitely like advised to stay grounded and anchored when using it, so that you can really receive like all the messages it's here to give you, like to stay lucid basically on whatever's going on, to remain present also in the physical, so that you don't miss out on anything that's coming for you, positive coming for you, not anything else. Now with these two cards, that's very interesting. They're both about like timing and energy. With this one, it's like depending on when you pull them in the month, they have different meanings. And so when I pulled your cards, this one means that the next 6 months could be very significant, so keep an eye out. And this one is a lot about like positive energy and festivities. Like that's a Christmas card, but it's all about celebrating and reuniting also with soul groups, soul families, with people you value and who value you. So it's like very, very positive energy. And this one, in terms of timing, it's your birth month and around. So if your birth month or around your birth month is within the next 6 months, there's definitely something that could be happening around that time. They also both give you like little like challenges in a way. This one, it tells you to create 3 goals for yourself for the next 3 weeks. So I don't know, it can be like walking 6k steps a day, eating at least 2 fruits, and I don't know, reading 5 pages of a book each day, and then within the next 3 weeks you just do that. Or I don't know, what is it, having read 5 chapters of my book within these 3 weeks. You do whatever works for you. This one is not a challenge, it's an invitation to plan a gathering or a meal with friends. And what it says is that the festive energy surrounding like your relationships or the events coming up could lead to some information being delivered to you or given to you that would be either eye-opening or could change a lot for you, like change a lot of things in your life. So yeah, that's like beautiful vibe, honestly. Really reconnecting with the love within you, and in turns that kind of helps you also be more present for the people who matter to you. And with Cyan, build your confidence. This color helps you to strengthen your self-trust as well, and your confidence in yourself. It does talk about body balance as well, so being also connected with your physical self, and it can help give you clarity when you have choices to make, and like release stress so that it's easier to be relaxed and peaceful. And I mean, when you reach that state in turns, when you have decisions to make, it's easier to be like more aligned and receptive to what is going to work for you. It can also help strengthen like your communication abilities. So if that's something that you want to work on, you can like meditate on this color or integrate this shade into your meditation practice if you have any. Yeah, or just in like breathing exercises, seeing like a circle around you or a bubble of this color around you may be helpful. Fixed signs, we're gonna dive into your tarot now. So the Gemini season of 2026 for my fixed sun, moon, rising and Venus placements. Let's see what we got. Also, I'm sorry if there's any cut during the shuffling part. It's because I'm struggling to shuffle this deck. But yeah, in any case, Gemini season 2026 for my fixed placements. Okay, and first we're gonna try and see like which area of your life could be put in the spotlight at this time. So which area of a fixed signs placements is gonna be in the spotlight during Gemini season? Oh, okay. So this card came out for mutables as well. If ever you have mutable placements, that can be a confirmation. Sorry, we got a little interruption, but what challenge are you most likely to face during this season? What challenge or challenges are most likely to manifest during or to come up during this season for my fixed signs? What challenge or challenges are most likely to come up during Gemini season for my fixed placements? Okay, we got the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Any advice on how to best navigate them? Any advice on how to best navigate them? Oopsie. Oh, wow. Do this. The Chariot. And finally, what is something you're already doing that you're encouraged to keep doing? Something you're already doing that you are encouraged to keep doing. Something fixed placements are already doing, they should keep doing. Okay. Knight of Swords at the bottom of your deck. So you could really like have lots of energy to go for what you want. It's like really following your dreams, following, like going and being active towards what you want. So I mentioned that as well for mutables again. So the area that could be at the forefront or in the spotlight, it's making me think mostly, well, your mind first, and like overcoming an ending that of something that you were not expecting would end. It's like he's got swords all over his body, but the sword suit is the mind really, so it feels like coming to terms in your mind, or like your mind catching up with your feeling, with the way you feel, and realizing that a situation that was really weighing heavy on your mind is actually, well, it doesn't matter that much in the end. Like you're over it. Like when you check in with what you feel in your body, you're gonna realize that you're over that actually. So yeah, it could be being more at peace in your mind, and that giving more energy for the rest of your life. So not bad. When it comes to challenges, so I'm reading these as two different ones. So the Seven of Cups, I see as you having so many opportunities that you don't know what to focus on. And the Ten of Pentacles could be about your long-term goals, but like material, financial, physical, not in ways you feel or things like that, but your physical reality, and maybe struggling either to define what they are or to have a clear vision on how to get there. Now for the advice, you have the Chariot. So my first thought was to like just keep going. Basically the path will keep appearing on your way, but with the Chariot, it's knowing that your support. Okay, I ran out of storage, so hopefully I stopped where I think I stopped. But yeah, with the Chariot as advice, it's really calling you to keep going and to make sure that you're moving in alignment with what's best for you, because when you manage to connect in this way with what you truly desire, it's a lot easier to keep moving forward without like pushing or forcing things, but to like really flow forward. And it's like with the Chariot, it's talked about quite a lot, where he's just moving them with his mind. It's like he has a clear vision of where he's going, and then he's supported in that path in that way. They're not moving right now, like they appear to be lying down, so it's possible that you might need a little time to rest, to really think through what you truly desire and truly want before you can start moving forward again. But once you do, it's gonna be a lot clearer. So yeah, that could be your advice. Take a second to reconnect with your true desires, but trust that once that's clear for you, like the path is gonna show itself to you basically. And it's definitely asking you to keep moving in a way that feels right to you, because as long as you do, you're gonna be able, well, to keep moving because you're gonna have this motivation and this feeling that that's actually where you're supposed to be and where you're supposed to go. But yeah, try keeping an optimistic outlook on things. That could definitely help as well. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity, but really seeing in what you want and what you dream about, what is an inspiration to you, and focus on that more than on all the steps you need to take to get there. Like that could be like an internal motivation that keeps you going as well. And when it comes to things you should keep doing, I mean, it feels like you've kind of been going with the flow and tuning into your emotions fairly well. So, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is really about not forcing things, but like you know that life goes in cycles and you're okay with that. And as long as you stay connected to your authenticity, to your true feelings, to your emotional body as well, and like showing up also as an empathetic person who accepts themselves for who they are and also accepts others for who they are. It doesn't mean you accept everything other people are doing. You can, like you said, boundaries, like that's okay, but you're still like going with the flow of life, and it feels like that's something you've been maybe working hard to be okay with, but you've been doing well, so just keep going like that. But yeah, fixed placements, this is what I have for you for this Gemini season. So I'm gonna stop your reading here. If you're a Gemini sun, I hope you have a very lovely birthday season. For all of you fixed placements, I hope Gemini season treats you extremely well. And thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. It was an honor and it was a pleasure to spend this moment with you. Let me know if it resonates. If it doesn't, just leave it behind. You know better than anyone what is and isn't for you. But yeah, for me, I'll hopefully see you in the next one. So until then, please take the very best care of yourselves. Bye.